What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about amateur boxing and what you need specifically for your first fight, how to get ready for it, what you need to buy, what do you need to grab, what type of gear you should have. And honestly, this is something I wish I would have had my first fight, but I didn't. And I made a lot of mistakes on purchasing gear. I made a lot of mistakes on training. I made a lot of mistakes on just getting ready for my first fight. And this is something that I tell all my fighters. This is something that helped me from fight 1 all the way to fight 25, right? So before the video starts, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. We post videos weekly, boxing tips, boxing content. If you like that, this is the channel for you. Make sure to subscribe. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about gear, specifically gloves. Now, these are 16-ounce gloves. You will not be using these when you fight, but you will be training in these. I train in 16s. I recommend 16s to protect the hand a little bit more. Also, it gives you a little bit better of a workout. If you're younger, you may want to go to 14s, maybe even 12s. It really just depends on what your gym does or what you think is best for you. But personally, I like 16-ounce gloves. When you fight, depending on your weight, you'll either be fighting in 12s or 10s. Pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. Do not go to the store and buy 10-ounce gloves. Don't order 12-ounce gloves thinking you're going to fight in them, because they give you the gloves at the fight. One of my fighters, Gio, I'll never forget, bought a nice pair. I think it was some Grant 12s or something like that. They found out they could use them in the fight, and I was like, dang. So now he just has a pair of Grant gloves, but you couldn't even use them in the fight. So make sure you get the right size gloves for training, not for fights. Don't buy fight gloves. They will give you them at the fight. And in comparison, this is a 16 compared to a 12. Like, very big difference. If you can definitely do 3, 4, 5 rounds of sparring in this, you can definitely do 3 rounds, 2-minute rounds in these bad boys. These are a lot lighter, they're a lot smaller, as you can see. These aren't the exact ones they will give you at a tournament or a fight, but usually they're a sting glove or a title glove or something of that nature. Now, there is a big debate. I see a lot of people talking about, should I get an open face headgear or should I get the one with the little cheek guards, right? Either are going to be fine as long as they have the patch. They'll allow you to compete in either. I know when you go to like national tournaments, when you turn open at those big like state tournaments, regional tournaments, national tournaments, you have to have an open face. So you might as well get used to it. But the biggest reason I tell all my fighters to get an open face head guard instead of the cheek protectors is because of visibility. I don't even know how to pronounce the word. So you can see better, all right? So you can see better. A lot of the times what happens with those cheek protectors, you get hit by a shot, you get hit by a hook, it might move the head guard around and gets in front of your eyes. My first fight, actually, I had a cheek protector head guard, and I was literally adjusting it the whole fight. I get hit with a hook, it slide across, it's in my eye, I have to bring my hand out of my guard, pull my headgear back. But with headgears like these with that open face, it's never really a problem. And a lot of people are scared to get open face just because they think, oh, I'm going to get hit, the punches are going to hurt more, X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be real with y'all. Headgears don't really do anything except prevent cuts and blemishes on the skin. So, like, you'll be fine. It's a punch. It's going to hurt. It's just something you're going to have to learn to deal with. Open faces are better. You can see more. You're actually probably more safe because you can see the punches coming. A shot you can't see coming is going to hurt a lot more. So, I would recommend the open face. You can get whatever you want, but I'm going to say get the open face because you got to get used to it for when you turn open anyway. Also, you will need a head guard. You will need a cup. You'll need a mouthpiece. You'll need wraps. All that good stuff. Standard stuff. But one of the biggest things you need, and like something that if you don't have, you will actually not compete. Like, you can borrow a headgear. You can borrow a cup, whatever. If you do not have your USA boxing passbook, I don't care. They're not letting you anywhere near that ring. So I'm going to say this once. This is probably, if you pay attention to anything in this video, pay attention to this. Do not buy this until your coach tells you to. These are expensive, all right? So what this is, this allows you to fight at any club show or tournament in the United States. So it's a membership. You have to renew it every year with the USA Boxing Passbook. It can be anywhere from 80 to 100 bucks. I think in my state is 85. But when you get this passbook, what you're going to want to do, you got to send like your birth certificate, a physical, 2 passport size photos, all this like junk. You'll email it in electronically or upload it to the website. They'll verify it and then they'll send you one of these bad boys. This is how they know, like, okay, this dude can fight. If you don't have this, you can't fight. This is what you give the when you go to weigh in, you hand them your passbook. They'll come out, they'll give it to the officials. This is how they judge your fights. This is what they write down your bouts. So in this, you can see all your fights. You will need this at every tournament. If you do not have this at weigh-in, I cannot stress enough, you will not fight. I have literally went to a fight like 2 hours away, forgot my passbook, had to drive back, get it, and then drive all the way back and try to make it in time for wins. If you're not ready for your first fight, don't buy the passbook. Your coach will tell you when you need the passbook. One thing I always recommend before your first fight, do a check before you leave, because say you're fighting in a different state or a different county or like a couple hours away, I would hate for you to forget your passbook. Now you can't fight, and now you're just looking stupid at weigh-ins because you don't have your passbook. So You'll need a USB boxing passbook, but don't get it until your coach tells you that you're ready. Now, getting ready for your first fight, this is going to be subjective to every gym. It depends where you go. But this is one thing I will say, and something that it really took me a while to learn, but I mean, it's very true. In the amateurs, it's a sprint, not a long distance run. The reason you see a lot of these pros running like 10 miles, 12 miles, and getting 2 workouts in a day, it's their full-time job. They have a nutritionist, they have top-of-the-line chefs, they have all this stuff. Most of the guys you watch are fighting 12-round championship fights. That means they're in the ring for at least, 36 minutes minimum? So they have to be prepared to go a long time. For you, your first amateur fight, depending on where you live, it might be 3 2-minute rounds, it might be 3 3-minute rounds. So max time you're in there is 10 minutes. So when you're training, you have to keep that in mind. Do not train for a marathon. You don't really need to be working out 2 hours a day. I'm sorry. How beneficial is that? Because you're training your body to go a long time, not explosive, not ballistic. When you're training for your first amateur fight, what you kind of need to think about is sprinting. So doing a lot of sprints. Don't worry about the 5-mile, 6-mile runs. Max you should probably be doing is 3-mile runs at a very, very high pace, right? Get it done, knock it out. Boom, I'm cool. Doing sprints, 50-yard sprints, burn it out, take a minute break. 50-yard sprint, burn it out, take a minute break. Same thing when you shadow box. Throw your shots, move ahead. It's gonna be quick. Move, move. It's all a point system in the amateurs, especially that first fight. And what you see a lot of the times is these pros doing like 3-4 workouts a day, and that's because they're doing an hour. The max you should be at the gym as an amateur is probably like an hour, hour and a half. Do not burn yourself out getting ready for your first fight. Honestly, I don't even recommend cutting weight for your first fight because the adrenaline's are going to be on so much. When your mom is there cheering you on, when your family's there, when all your friends are there, it's your first time in front of the crowd, you're going to turn up. So if you know how to control those nerves, it'll definitely help you out. But like I said, in the gym, you need to be practicing fast twitch motions, burning out, active recovery, right? So I throw my quick shots, I move my head, I move my feet, I throw my quick shots, I move my head, I move my feet. That really needs to be your main focus, not trying to single shot. It's a point system. You can't afford to just throw one shot, land it, and move. You have to be touching punches and bunches. Because if I throw 3 shots, boom, 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 I touch all 3, and you hit me one jab, I win that round. That's not saying just go in there, don't care about your defense. Still move your head, don't get hit. It's boxing. Hit, don't get hit. But you need to be focused on letting your hands go up. Do not be that guy. Keep your chin down, trust your defense, throw your shots, move your feet, move your head, and relax. That's the biggest thing that will help you in your first amateur fight. Biggest thing, your first amateur fight, dude, just have fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. It's your first amateur fight. One thing that really helped me kind of like clear my mind, my first amateur fight, because I did lose it, is it's the amateurs. When you turn pro, your record resets anyway. So if you lose your first amateur fight, you're good. It's not the end of the world. I thought it was the end of the world. It's not. It's Sean Porter. He said it. And if you go watch the Porter Way, I'm pretty sure he says that on there. But like, you're supposed to lose your first fight. Like, you've never done it before, especially if you're fighting somebody with experience, maybe 1 fight, 2 fight. It's your first fight. You're supposed to lose your first fight. You're just getting your feet wet in the water. So don't think it's the end of the world. And if you win it, cool. Keep it going. Just make sure you learn from it. But have fun with it. It's something you want to do. It's something you love. So don't let the pressure get to you, because as soon as boxing doesn't become fun anymore, that's when it becomes tiring. That's when it becomes a chore. That's when it becomes like, I gotta go to the gym today. I gotta do this. And I fell into that before, and I'll tell you right now, it makes boxing not fun. It just makes it not fun. Make it fun though. Have fun with your first amateur fight, especially when you're training. Just not all the time. Still lock in, but have fun. You get the idea. But that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We went over what you need, what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy, how you should train, what type of training you should be doing. We went over everything for your first amateur fight. So go ahead, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscription on the video. We do go live every day, so make sure you turn those post notifications on. Happy New Year's, guys. If you're watching this after New Year's, Happy New Year's Eve if you're watching this before the new year. I love you guys. Don't let nobody ruin your day. Tell somebody you love them, and drop your New Year's resolution in the comments. My New Year's resolution: I want to hit 200K across all platforms from the end of the year. There we go, right there. Boom. But on that note, guys, we're out. Love you guys. Peace.